So now we're going to get into using the video and audio tags. The video you see here, it's not being played back with any third-party plugins like Flash. It's using the video tag. So now, just like the image tag for images, we have a video tag for video and an audio tag for audio. And that's what I'm going to show you how to use today. If you have the exercise files, we will be in the, 2-01 folder and the video.html file. I'm going to go ahead and drag that to my text editor. If you scroll down the page, you'll see a comment that says video goes here, and that's where we're going to start. The first thing we need is an opening and closing video tag. Now you'll notice compared to an image tag, we have a closing video tag, and that's not optional. You have to have the closing video tag, and there's a couple of reasons for that. One is so that we can put other related tags inside of it, and that includes things like the source tags for providing other sources, or the track tag, which we'll get into later. And then the other reason is to provide fallback content. So if the video tag isn't supported, it can fall back to anything we have in this area. So this can be as simple as a paragraph tag that says your browser does not support video. And then beyond that, we could also put a third-party plugin player here, like a Flash player, so that I could fall back to that for browsers that don't support HTML5. We will get into all that later. Let's keep going with the video tag. And the next thing we need is the source attribute. So very similar to the image tag. And the source I'm going to use is in our video assets folder, which is at // and we're going to use the podcast.ogv file. I'm going to use the ogv file because I know this will work in the browser I'm using for this example, Firefox. If you're using Safari or Internet Explorer 9, you can use the .mp4 file, and that will work for this exercise in those browsers. So I'm going to save that, and our file is at the 2-01 folder, and file video.html. Open that up. And here we go. Here's the video we just embedded, but we see the video, and it's actually showing the first frame, but we can't do anything with it. We can't play the video, and it's not just playing by itself. It's because we haven't given any way to control the video, and so the next thing we need to do is add controls. So I'm going to go back to my text editor, and to add controls, all we need to do is add the controls attribute. It's as simple as that. It's a Boolean attribute, so it's either true or false. If we include it, it's true. If we exclude it, it's false. If you're using an XHTML doc type, you can always expand it to controls equal controls. But if you're using the HTML5 doc type, which if you scroll up, it looks like just doc type HTML, you don't need to expand it like that. We can just leave it controls. So we'll do that, and I'll go ahead and save the file, and we'll go back to our web browser. Reload the page, and now we have controls. We can play it, pause the video, we can scrub along the timeline, and we can even change the volume. So awesome, that's as simple as it is to embed a video using HTML5. Let's go and do the same for audio. Go back to our text editor, and if you scroll down a little farther, you'll see a comment that says audio goes here. And so that's where we'll put our audio tag, starting with an opening and closing audio tag. We'll do our fallback that says your browser does not support audio. And then our source attribute, which in this case is at //audio, our audio folder. And the file is podcast-audio.oga. So this again will work in Firefox. You can use the M4A file if you're using Safari or Internet Explorer 9. And then we also want our controls. So save that, go back to our browser, reload the page, and then we have our audio here as well. We play, and it works. Awesome. Okay, let's go back to our code. And I just want to stop here and point out that ideally, in the future, this is what it will look like to embed video in your web page. Say in 10 years when everyone has HTML5 compatible browsers and they all support the same video format. It's very clean, readable, not a lot of object embed param tags that you'd find with plugins. Definitely worth working towards. But currently this isn't enough. If we load this in IE 6, 7, or 8, you'll get the paragraph that says video is not supported, which obviously isn't ideal because this could be half your user base. If we load this on an iPhone, or for that matter Safari or IE 9, you'll get a broken video because those browsers don't support the OGG formats that I used in the example. So from here it's going to get a little dirtier as we build in support for multiple formats and fallbacks for older browsers and devices, but someday it will be this simple, and I'm sure we're all looking forward to that.